High Street was once the main London A4 road through the town. Now it's a pleasant pedestrianised way. It's cut off by the bypass seen here on the left. The large white building was once the popular King's Arms pub. It was renamed from the Borough Arms around the 1830s. Recent years have seen its use change to a restaurant and hairdressers. Like most towns, the modern takeaway is an essential facility. This recent addition to the High Street was, for many years, well known as Jerry's the Chemist. Since then it's had several occupiers. To the right is seen Lloyd's Bank. This is the last bank in town and was due to close in July 2020, but this closure was postponed for a short while. It's good to see the name Hawkins is still retained on the wall of Sam Widge's. Hawkins the butcher was based here for many years. This canopied building at the top of the High Street was once the main post office. When it closed, a smaller location was opened in the Phelps Parade. The building has seen several occupiers and this is just the latest. At this junction are several well-established businesses. To the left, across the A4, is Goldman's Interiors. This was the previous location of a garage and car sales site. At the lower end of Curzon Street is the start of Wood Street. Some of the premises seem to change hands regularly, whilst others they're well established. This quite modern looking building has been in several hands over the years. These two shops are the latest. The award-winning Spice of Bengal has been established for about 20 years now. Unnoticed by many folks is this blue plaque over number 5 Wood Street. Phelps Parade was developed in the 1970s. It was refurbished in 2009 with an added section of glass roof. There's a very good mixture of independent dealers, charity shops and several national brands. This recently developed area is the New Marketplace. It still retains the old well-used Zion Baptist Chapel and also a Christian bookshop. Although the start of Oxford Road is hardly town centre, it has several premises worth recording as of 2020. This section of the Pippin, seen from the end of Phelps Parade, has few businesses but a very large car park. At the end of the Pippin, adjoining Oxford Road, is the well-established Hallmark photographic business. Looking from Sainsbury's on the right is Errol's DIY. For many years this business was owned by the Trotman family, and many locals still refer to it as Trotman's. Further down the Pippin is the newly created Calne Pocket Park. Looking east from the top of Church Street is rather a sad sight these days. Once the pride of Calne, the White Hart Hotel is empty and derelict. What's its future, we wonder? This premises at the top of Church Street was also a pub, but is now a very smart restaurant. Wander down the street and there are two shops on the right hand side. At the junction of Kingsbury Street in front of the church, ahead left is an imposing building that was once the Calne Conservative Club. Then for a while it was a restaurant, but now it's been converted into flats. This narrow passageway is easily missed. It leads to St Mary's Courtyard and this charming restaurant. For locals, this building will be forever known as Dixon's. The Dixon's draper shop has long closed. Then it was a furniture shop. Now it's Calne Central, a youth and community centre. For several years, each of these oval sections held individual traders. Then the entire block became a major supermarket. Sadly, the Co-op has now closed its doors, and we await the future. Head along Church Street towards the Strand, and on the right is Beach Terrace. This is certainly one of the most attractive locations in the town. The Strand area has both the ancient and the modern. The historic Lansdowne Strand Hotel one side, with the ultra-modern library and new shops on the other. On one corner of the Strand is the Old Bank House. This was once Calne's Barclays Bank, but closed several years ago. Eventually it became the Old Bank House Cocktail and Wine Bar. Sadly, this also seems to be closed now. This red building was the Midland Bank, then it became the HSBC. When the bank finally closed, it had a few other occupiers, but is now the Antica Roma Italian restaurant. The white building across the A4 was for years Buckridge the off licence. It's changed hands a few times since then.